feels like a good time to highlight what healthy masculinity is. Being a good man isn't rooted in something outside of yourself, right? It's an internal set of questions that you have to ask and answer for yourself daily. And there's debates all over the world and throughout history of what those questions should be. But from my own experience, my questions are, am I living in a way that I could talk about it to people without feeling ashamed or holding back? Is the way that I'm living affecting or hurting others in any way? If so, how can I fix that? More importantly, why am I doing whatever it is I'm doing? What's my motivation? Right? Because when you take the time to ask those questions and answer them for yourselves, especially the motivation one, you realize what you're in control of immediately. And for all of us that feel lost and powerless, sometimes that's the first step, getting immediate control of your inner thoughts and asking yourself that question, right? So then the question is, when you answered those honestly for you, where does that take you? What are you supposed to do? Well, you realize that you don't need to be in control over others, right? That already gives you a better footing than the men that got us in this situation to begin with. And even if you find out that your motivation is strictly reproduction, like if you're a guy who just wants to have kids and keep that going and you're a simple fellow, all right, well, you work with that. You learn to find healthy ways to express that, healthy means of approaching it, and a healthy means of being rejected for it. You got to learn how to deal with all of it, buddy. Just saying, because we have a right to our individual lives, how we live our lives, and how we want to feel this physical experience, but we do not have a right to creation, right? And what I mean is that even if we are just here to eat fruit and be in the woods and reproduce, right? Like if we're here just to do the same thing that all the other animal kingdoms do, then that still doesn't entitle us to survival, right? Because survival of the fittest. And that sure as hell doesn't entitle us to reproduction. If you can't even survive, how are you going to reproduce? That's literally how evolution happens. So instead of like viewing that as something you're entitled to, realize that just as much as your life is a gift, the privilege of creating or being a part of that process is not yours. It's not.